If you've been living with neck pain, headaches, or brain fog for years, your vagus nerve might be screaming for help, and I'm about to show you how to fix it in the next 20 minutes. And I'm warning you right now, what you're about to discover goes against everything your doctor probably told you about neck pain. I'm Sunome, and over the past X annos, we've helped thousands of people reset their nervous system using natural techniques backed by Harvard research. We've worked with everyone from office workers who can barely turn their heads, to athletes dealing with chronic tension, to people who've spent thousands on treatments that never worked. And today, you're getting the exact protocol that's changing lives, but more importantly, you're going to understand why it works. Because when you understand the science, you can't unsee it. You'll never look at neck pain the same way again. Before we dive in, I need you to do something for me. Take your hand right now and feel the side of your neck. Go ahead, I'll wait. Feel that tension? Those tight bands of muscle? Most people think that's just stress or bad posture. And yeah, those things contribute. But here's what blew my mind when I first discovered this, and it's going to blow yours too. That tension you're feeling isn't the problem. It's a symptom. It's your body's alarm system telling you something deeper is broken. And that something is your vagus nerve. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vagus nerve? That sounds complicated. That sounds medical. But stick with me because I'm going to break this down so simply that by the end of this video, you're going to feel smarter than most doctors when it comes to understanding your own body. And that's not an exaggeration. Most general practitioners get maybe 2 hours of education on the vagus nerve in medical school. 2 hours. We're going to cover more ground than that in the next 15 minutes. So what is the vagus nerve? Picture this. Your brain and your body are constantly talking to each other. They're texting back and forth all day long. Your brain sends signals down, your body sends signals up. Most people think it's all coming from the brain, right? Brain's the boss, body follows orders. Wrong, dead wrong. 80% of the communication on the vagus nerve goes from your body up to your brain. Let me say that again because it's that important. 80% of the signals travel from your organs, your gut, your heart, up to your brain. Your body is literally telling your brain how to feel. The vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve in your entire body. It starts at your brainstem, travels down through your neck, and branches out to basically every major organ you have. Your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, even your facial muscles. It's like the information superhighway of your nervous system. And here's the kicker. It runs right through your neck, right through that area you felt a minute ago. And when your neck gets tight, when those muscles compress, when inflammation builds up, that superhighway gets congested. Messages get scrambled. Your body starts sending distress signals to your brain, and your brain responds by creating more tension, more inflammation, more pain. It's a vicious cycle. Doctors at Harvard Medical School, and I'm talking about institutions like Harvard, Johns Hopkins, Stanford, they've been researching this for decades. Dr. Kevin Tracy at the Feinstein Institute discovered what he calls the inflammatory reflex. He proved that the vagus nerve acts like a brake pedal on inflammation. When your vagus nerve is working properly, it tells your immune system, hey, we're good, you can calm down now. But when that nerve is compressed or not functioning right, your immune system doesn't get the memo. It keeps pumping out inflammatory chemicals, and inflammation is the root cause of almost every chronic disease we know. Heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune conditions, depression, anxiety. All of it traces back to chronic inflammation. And here's where it gets really interesting. Your neck is ground zero for this problem. Think about how you spend your day. If you're like most people, you're staring at a screen right now. Your head is tilted forward. For every inch your head moves forward from neutral position, it adds 10 pounds of pressure on your neck. 10 pounds. The average human head weighs about 12 pounds. But if your posture is off by just 2 inches, which is super common, your neck is now supporting 32 pounds. That's like carrying a toddler on your neck all day, every day. That chronic forward head posture doesn't just strain your muscles. It compresses the vagus nerve, it restricts blood flow. It creates what we call mechanical stress on the nervous system. And your body doesn't know the difference between mechanical stress and emotional stress. Stress is stress, so your body goes into survival mode. It pumps out cortisol, the stress hormone. It tightens your muscles even more to protect you. It shuts down non-essential functions like digestion and deep sleep. You end up in this constant state of fight or flight, and you don't even realize it because it happened so gradually. Now, conventional medicine looks at this and says, here, take some ibuprofen. Or they say, you need physical therapy. Or in extreme cases, you need surgery. And look, I'm not here to trash doctors. They're doing their best with the tools they have, but they're treating symptoms, not causes. You can take all the painkillers in the world, but if you're not addressing the vagus nerve dysfunction, if you're not resetting that nervous system, the pain will keep coming back. and it usually comes back worse. So what's the solution? This is where that 60-second reset comes in. But before I show you the technique, you need to understand why it works. Because there are a million neck stretches on YouTube. There are a million breathing exercises. What makes this different is that we're combining mechanical release with neurological reset. We're talking to your nervous system in a language it understands. Dr. Stephen Porges, one of the world's leading neuroscientists, developed something called polyvagal theory. Big word, simple concept. He discovered that your vagus nerve has two branches. One branch handles your social engagement, your ability to feel safe and connected. The other branch is your emergency brake, your shutdown mode. When you're in chronic pain, when you're stressed, when your neck is tight, you're stuck in that emergency state. Your body thinks there's a threat. It doesn't matter that you're just sitting at your desk. Your nervous system is screaming danger. What Porges found, and this is backed by decades of research, is that you can manually switch which branch is active. You can tell your nervous system, hey, we're safe now. And the fastest way to do that is through a combination of gentle movement, controlled breathing, and proprioceptive input. Proprioception is just a fancy word for body awareness. When you touch your shoulder, when you tilt your head slowly, when you breathe deeply, you're sending safety signals directly to your brainstem. You're overriding that alarm system. All right, let's get into the actual technique. And I want you to do this with me right now. Don't wait until later. Don't tell yourself you'll try it after the video. The best time to reset your nervous system is right now. So if you're driving, obviously pull over first. If you're lying down, sit up. Let's do this together. First, I want you to sit up tall. Not military straight, not rigid. Just comfortably upright. Roll your shoulders back a couple times. Shake out any tension. Good. Now place your right hand on your left shoulder. Not just touching it, really grip it. You're creating what's called a proprioceptive anchor. Your brain now knows exactly where your shoulder is in space. This is important because we're about to create a controlled stretch, and your nervous system needs to feel safe during that stretch. Now, keeping your hand on that left shoulder, slowly tilt your head to the right. Move slow. This isn't a race. You should feel a gentle stretch along the left side of your neck. If you feel pain, back off. We're looking for a stretch, not a strain. Find that sweet spot where you feel the tension, but it's not uncomfortable. Hold that position. Here's where the magic happens. I want you to take a slow breath in through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That exhale is longer than your inhale on purpose. When you exhale longer than you inhale, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest mode. That's the opposite of fight or flight. You're literally changing your brain chemistry with your breath. Do that 4 more times. Slow inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. While you're breathing, I want you to notice what's happening. You might feel the muscles starting to release. You might feel warmth spreading down your neck. Some people even feel a little lightheaded because oxygen is finally getting where it needs to go. That's all normal. That's your body resetting. After 5 breaths, slowly bring your head back to center. Take a second. Notice how that left side of your neck feels compared to the right. Crazy difference, right? Now we're going to do the other side. Left hand on your right shoulder. Tilt your head to the left. Same thing. 5 slow breaths, 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. Now here's what just happened in your body. When you stretched those neck muscles, you released mechanical tension. But more importantly, when you added that controlled breathing, you stimulated the vagus nerve directly. That nerve runs right through the area you just stretched. Deep breathing, especially that long exhale, activates vagal tone. Think of it like tuning a guitar. You just tuned your nervous system. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that improving vagal tone reduces inflammatory markers in your blood by up to 30%. 30%. No medication, just breath and movement. They measured this with blood tests. They found that people who practiced vagal nerve stimulation had lower levels of C-reactive protein, which is the main marker for inflammation, lower levels of cortisol, higher levels of DHEA, which is your anti-aging hormone. This stuff is measurable. This is real science. But here's where most people mess up. They do this once, feel a little better, and then forget about it. They go right back to their desk, right back to their phone, right back to that forward head posture, and the tension comes back. So I'm going to give you the full protocol now. The stuff we charge for in our programs, I'm giving it to you free right here. You need to do this reset 3 times a day minimum. Morning, midday, evening. Set a timer on your phone if you have to. 60 seconds, 3 times a day. That's 3 minutes total. You spend more time scrolling Instagram. You can invest 3 minutes in your health, but here's the next level. We need to address the root cause, which is that forward head posture. Every hour, I want you to do what I call the chin tuck. Sit up tall, pull your chin straight back like you're making a double chin. Hold for 5 seconds. You should feel the back of your neck working. This strengthens the deep cervical flexors, the muscles that support your head properly. Most people's deep neck flexors are weak because we never use them. We're always looking down. This exercise wakes them up. Next, we need to work on your breathing pattern throughout the day. Most people are chest breathers. Watch yourself right now. When you take a breath, does your chest rise or does your belly expand? If your chest is rising, you're breathing wrong. That's upper chest breathing, and it keeps you in that stressed state. We want diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. Put one hand on your chest, one on your belly. When you inhale, only your belly should move. Your chest should stay relatively still. Practice this for 2 minutes, 3 times a day. Now let's talk about sleep, because this is huge. If your vagus nerve is compressed during sleep, you're not getting restorative rest. You wake up tired even after 8 hours. Most people sleep with too many pillows or pillows that are too thick. Your head should be in neutral alignment with your spine. If you sleep on your back, one thin pillow. If you sleep on your side, a thicker pillow to fill the space between your shoulder and head. Your neck should not be bent. Also, and this is going to sound weird, but try humming. I'm serious. The vagus nerve innervates your vocal cords. When you hum, you create vibration that directly stimulates the nerve. Spend 2 minutes humming in the morning. You can do it in the shower so your family doesn't think you're crazy. Pick a song, hum it. You'll feel the vibration in your throat and chest. That vibration is therapeutic. Another powerful technique is cold exposure. Now, before you freak out, I'm not saying take ice baths every day. Although if you want to, that's great. I'm talking about splashing cold water on your face for 30 seconds. The vagus nerve has branches that go to your face. Cold water triggers what's called the mammalian dive reflex. Your heart rate slows, your parasympathetic system activates. It's an instant reset button. Do this whenever you're feeling anxious or when neck tension is building. Let's talk about diet for a second because your gut and your vagus nerve are best friends. The gut-brain axis is mediated entirely by the vagus nerve. When your gut is inflamed, it sends stress signals up to your brain. When your brain is stressed, it sends signals down that mess up your digestion. It's a two-way street. You need to reduce inflammatory foods. I'm talking about processed sugars, vegetable oils, too much alcohol, anything that causes gut irritation. Increase anti-inflammatory foods, fatty fish, leafy greens, berries, fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi. Your gut health directly impacts your vagal tone. Hydration is another massive factor that nobody talks about. Dehydration thickens your blood, reduces circulation to your brain and nerves. You should be drinking half your body weight in ounces of water every day minimum. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's 75 ounces. And I don't mean coffee or soda, pure water. Add a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes if you want to level up. Now, I want to hear from you. And this is important. Drop a comment right now and tell me, what's your biggest pain point? Is it neck tension, migraines, TMJ, shoulder pain, anxiety, brain fog, digestive issues? We read every single comment. Your input directly shapes the content we create. If enough people ask about a specific topic, that becomes our next video. We're building a community here of people who are taking control of their health naturally, and your voice matters. So comment right now before you forget. I also want you to try something over the next week. Do this 60-second reset 3 times a day, like I said, but keep a journal. Rate your pain or tension on a scale of 1 to 10 every morning and every night. Track it. You're going to be shocked at the progress. And here's the thing. When you see objective improvement, when you have data proving it works, you'll stick with it. Most people quit because they don't measure their results. Don't be most people. If you want to go even deeper, if you want the full nervous system reset protocol that includes fascia release techniques, advanced breathwork patterns, the exact stretches that Navy SEALs use for recovery, specific acupressure points that amplify vagal tone, make sure you're subscribed because we're dropping that video next week. That video is going to be a game changer. We're going to cover stuff that most physical therapists don't even know about. And if this video helped you, if you learned something valuable, smash that like button. It helps YouTube show this to more people who are suffering. There are millions of people right now dealing with chronic neck pain, chronic stress, chronic inflammation, and they think they're stuck with it forever. They don't know this information exists. By liking and sharing this video, you're literally helping spread knowledge that could change someone's life. Here's what I need you to understand. Your body is not broken. You are not damaged. You're just stuck in a pattern. And patterns can be changed. Every cell in your body is constantly renewing. Your nervous system is neuroplastic, meaning it can adapt and heal. But it needs the right inputs. It needs movement, breath, safety signals. When you give your body what it needs, it will heal. That's not motivational nonsense. That's biology. The medical system wants you to think you need more interventions, more drugs, more procedures, more appointments, and sometimes, sure you do. I'm not anti-medicine, but for the vast majority of people dealing with neck pain and nervous system dysfunction, the solution is simpler than you think. It's free. It's available right now. You just learned it. Remember, your body has an incredible ability to heal itself when you give it the right tools. This isn't magic. It's science. And you just learned something that most doctors never talk about. You're now armed with information that puts you ahead of 99% of people when it comes to understanding your own nervous system. So here's your action plan. Right after this video ends, do the 60-second reset one more time. Then set 3 alarms on your phone for tomorrow. Morning, lunch, evening. When those alarms go off, do the reset. 60 seconds. Don't negotiate with yourself, just do it. After 1 week, come back to this video and leave a comment telling me how you feel. I want to hear your success story. Your neck is the gateway to your nervous system. When you unlock it, when you free up that vagus nerve, everything downstream improves. Your sleep gets better. Your mood stabilizes. Your digestion improves. Your energy increases. It's all connected. You just learned how to pull the lever that changes everything. Now go do the work. 60 seconds, 3 times a day. Your future self will thank you. See you in the next one.